All right, well, you see the lineups here. Falcons Mena versus Falcons PH. Guys, any edge either way?
Very execution-based. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Falcons PH if Haji lands some big-time arrows.
I mean, if he's going to hit all the arrows, I'm going to say PH as well. But I think generally safe composition, it's Mena.
Everybody seems like they've got some win conditions here as well. The Nolan we saw win last game. Zushin left off the ban list also and back in the side of Mena. They've got a good lineup on both sides. What else would you expect from scrim partners who share the same organization just from different regions? It's Falcons PH versus Falcons Mena. One's trying to go to the knockout stage for the first time. One's trying to bring the knockout stage to the Philippines one more time. Let's send it over to Brigida and Mirko to get this game started.
Thank you so much, panel. Welcome to game number 1 in this elimination bout. I know one thing's for sure. Falcons gonna win.
Falcons. Falcons, Team Falcons. Yes, that was something Rose mentioned earlier too, and that is the only thing guaranteed, at least heading into this series, where I feel like a lot of eyes are definitely watching out for.
Yep. Let's see if Falcons Mena can actually pull up an upset, right? Because so far it's been crazy upsets here and there, even yesterday. All in though.
Oh, that's a crazy arrow. I don't even consider that's crazy. It was just right in front of them. Troll doesn't have the flicker. At least he will survive this though. I feel like hasn't really been the case for Falcons PH so far. Again, when they went up against Vitality, it's really Moreno as the highlight of that match. Now it's Troll already poked down to less than half HP. How do Falcons Mena actually dance around this?
That's a good question. Falcons Mena do have a lot of ways to engage though. Troll and Sanji mainly. Falcons PH are going to be the ones having to kind of react to these engages unless they just start it again and blitz it down, and that seems like it's going to be the case with the Season Hunter.
Oh yeah, that is the game plan. Any burst nor pickoffs just yet.
Yep. It's going to be slow. Haji!
Oh, another arrow onto Coffin. Doesn't use the flicker. There's the knockup from the Lantern Flare. But that's about it.
Yep. They definitely took a few pages out of the Vitality book after losing to Selena. Abyssal Arrow!
Onto Boyet of all members, and that's gonna be a pickup as well. Heptasy's already picked up by Kyle too.
Wow.
That's the start you want for Falcons.
Oh, another!
Oh wait, there's an AOG. Everything just used to secure the kills against Falcons Mena. The Juicin is pretty much dealt with at this point, at least in the early stages of the game, so it'll be a struggle for them to catch back, but that's the Throne of Ruin. It's gonna catch Kyle!
Oh.
We have the Dragon onto him as well as Sodi connecting, and Sano makes it to the team fight! Sanji finds the kill, the knockup onto Owen. He's still trying to sustain it, but Flap though, he tried to find Boyet there. Another episode of Arrow connecting. Haji will go in again, and an AOG! They still want more! Haji's on a killing spree!
Boyet!
Okay, knockup onto Owen, but Haji finds a double!
Again, it's the arrows and Haji keeping them alive. Kyle, look at Kyle.
Kyle? Okay, he's onto Sano. SOD connecting as well. Crimson Beacon in! Troll doesn't land the kick onto Kyle, but he does find Haji. But do they have enough damage to deal with him? They finally get to shut him down here or not! They do, but even at the expense of Sano, they had to lose him just to take Haji down.
Usually I'd say it's going to be worth it for the Selena to pick up the Moskov, but he gave the Moskov a big bounty. That was a 4-0 Selena.
Finn hasn't been having the best time in the early game, which is why they needed to compensate for damage in other departments. Oh, but Troll, he finds one. There goes the follow-up from Finn. They find the knock-up on Haji with the Lantern Flare. But the damage, it needs to come from Boyet. Iframes trying to dash out. A flicker from Flap, though. He doesn't let Boyet get away.
Okay, the first time is going to be worth it to get the kill on Haji because of the bounty, but the second time around for Boyet's life, not that worth it. But then you look at it again, and Falcons Mena were able to get a turret in mid lane. Luckily for Falcons PH, they also retaliate with a turret take. So in the end, it's Falcons PH who get the benefit.
When I see Sanji on the Alice, it just brings back memories, you know?
Yep.
It just brings back memories of Wildcard. But now it's a much bigger task at hand for Sanji. He does have to give up that turret, though.
At least it's not one of those wildcard games where Sanji went 0-7 on the Alice, right? It's a good game. Oh, arrow!
Oh, it's not a good game for Coffin, though. That's for sure. Now that's the Throne of Ruin already forced out. He does land it onto multiple members and figures out safely. And I guess they're just trying to buy more time. Look at what Sano's been trying to do on the Moskov.
They are able to get a tier 2 down below. The SOD doesn't land, and it's Falcons PH who are just getting the better trades. Our spike as well.
Conceal from Owen.
They still have to clear. Oh, Spear of Misery. Wow.
Knocks him back, but they'll have to let go of their turrets. Arrow gets dodged. but Holy Shields are about to go down. They lose 2. I mean, they only have 2 left, but the damage from Kyle is insane. Falcons Mena at least have room to deal with the Lord for now, but you saw that single entry from Falcons, and it's not looking too good for them.
Zoning Falcons Mena from these structural objectives. Troll to conceal, cancel AOG.
Oh, Throne of Ruin casted, does get him immune from that knockup, but Sanji doesn't find any. Has to flicker out too just to survive. The damage from Boyet doesn't seem to be enough. Sano's just dealing with the waves as much as they can. Goes in! Super Marco. Oh, that made me nervous.
Between the junglers, Kyle has a Sky Piercer, even though it's only on 10 stacks and an endless battle. So that's going to be true damage that Sanji, Troll, and Cuffin are going to have to deal with.
Yeah, Super Marco's looking like he's on the road onto building a Winter Crown as well. That's Sanji taking it, and that's a conceal play. Ogwen trying to show up. Doesn't get to taunt anyone just yet, but that's just space. Falcons secure this mid-base turret. They get to find the Lantern Flares onto Flap, but he doesn't care. He's just gonna go in. Consecration already used. They're looking to take out all the remaining base turrets, but the damage from Super Marco.
It's just there. It's just a bit of poke. Falcons Mena know that they cannot fight, and the reason they gave the mid turret is because they would rather lose mid and top, no problem, over their last side lane turret. Falcons PH don't want to take this down.
This Troll finds something here. Oh, it's Ogwen who goes in first. Are they looking to punish
Sanji!
instead? Sanji finds a set in the back lines, but all the while that's been happening, the rest of his members have been falling too. Boya dealing a bit more damage than we expected him to. And it's been 3 members of Falcons PH going down so far. Placing to a canceled out Winter Crown just in time. And the BMI. Super Marco gets to escape, but they lose 3.
That was insane. The arrow looked like it was going to land on Cuffin, but he popped in the Crimson Beacon, so it actually landed on Sano instead. Suffocate. Falcon Mena carries. Top wave has been dealt with, though, and they know the retreat's been used. The Troll is looking away. Abyssal arrow.
He gets caught by an arrow. He uses the Way of the Dragon just to push the other members away, but he will not survive. Crimson Beacon out, just so Cuffin lives too. And that's pretty much it. Falcons PH get this guaranteed Lord.
Yet again, it's Falcons PH, man. Still needs one more item, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it in time. Wind of Nature for Sano. Oh, actually, he gets a Sea Halberd. There you go. Full items on the damage dealers of Falcons Mena.
Okay, just in time for the Fracture! Forcing out the Winter Crown from Sanji. Throne of Ruin forced already too. AOG in from Ogwen, but Flap doesn't have the Winter Crown. Does he get Palace here?
Sano.
No! Haji finds another kill! And the Fracture just lands on multiple targets! Falcons BH ends game 1 right here!
You get Sano on a signature hero, and of course, it's the Gato. Just every time when I think it's going to be something different, it's just a Gato again.
But I can't clear waves. Gato shows up once more. But both sides have very similar idea of how their compositions want to work. The early game is where we're going to have to see whether, Falcons PH can set up that early snowball in that first blood. If not, I think as mid-game starts to come around, there's a lot of defensive tools that Mena can use to deter them. Like, stay back, but as long as I hold my ultimate, you have to respect me.
Yeah, it seems like a disciplined game, almost out. One game to tie it up or one game to send them home. Team Falcons PH on the verge of victory. Let's send it back over to your casters for game 2, where they might find themselves in the knockout stage.
Here we go into the Land of Dawn. Falcons Mena backed onto a wall. On the brink of elimination, they relied back on their main identity that won them the wild card. Boyet on utility, Sano on a carry, Cuffin on Juice.
I was about to say it's comfort. Going back to comfort for Falcons Mena in this very dangerous spot that they're currently in. A do or die up against Falcons PH, who based on this series alone have seemed to figure out what has been lacking for them in their previous series here in MSC. You see,
Falcons PH are just so good at this. Right now it's 2 times. First time it was Haji on the Selena who's forcing it. Haji.
okay, he gets caught there. Fortunately, he has a dash. So
Wait.
he will get away, but Troll is actually going for it. First blood over to Falcons Mena. And isn't this great? They have an Akai in their side, and they take out the mid from Falcons PH right before the objective.
We see Haji step forward a bit too far, and now it's Sanji who's zoning them away.
Unbreakable doesn't land. Sanji flickers out. Troll trying to look for something. Space creation is the name of the game. Sanji actually creates enough and also secures the objective for himself. Heavy spin used defensively. The SOD does land, but Falcons Mena, I think it's a clear re-engage from them this time.
There's a reason Falcon. Oh, Troll!
Oh, never mind. Re-engage once again. All over again. Falcons Mena. They find Ogwen.
Wow.
Troll goes down in exchange, but that's the heavy spin copied by Haji. They're not going to proceed with a fight.
A 1-for-1 in the end on top of the neutral objective. Sanji.
Oh, that's remembers. He's not going to get out of that. It's Kyle providing the damage.
They have to look for a win elsewhere, but they can't look for that trade up top. Sano's playing too safe.
They spot Kyle already. They know Kyle's already within the area. Knockups from the Lantern Flare. Troll trying to look for a target. Crimson Beacon in from Cuffin. Ogun already very, very low. Troll with a 3-man knockup. Sanji too, pretty low. Might have to get away from this. But then Sanji, for the second time around, secures the turtle for Falcons Mena. Flap and Haji trying to chase after Boy, and heavy spin already committed. And Troll, both Troll and Cuffin just get to protect their jungler from that.
Kyle.
Oh boy, it's low.
Yep, shoot away from it. Conceal coming down now. Ogwen wants to take control over this purple buff. But yes, Sanji secures the neutral objective. Falcons Mena again with the Akai.
Lead is something you don't really get to feel, at least for now in this game, but that's a really high cut for Sanji. There's a response coming out from Falcons PH this time just because of that, and he will go down. That's another kill over to Kyle, or actually the first kill. He's
Same level, it's 9-9.
Sanji already using the consecration, trying to get some info. Troll gets revealed here, and Kyle for the first time actually secures the objective away from Falcons Mena. The SOD did land, but I don't think Falcons Mena want to commit to a fight just yet.
But now it's back to the scaling game. Wait a second, wait the dragon.
They find Flap. Do they have damage though? That's a really good AOG from Ogwen just to stop them in their tracks. Crimson Beacon out from Cuffin, and now they might have to run away.
And again, even in that skirmish that looked like Falcons Mena were the ones being proactive, it was Sano who had to burn the flicker.
SOD!
Whoa!
He actually escapes! Whoa! Sano with that play!
Falcons Mena won't actually be using
Oh.
Moskov, Sano. Oh,
Yeah, he's
the
here in
dragon.
mid, and because they need the damage, they
Whoa.
pin down Ogwen, they want to burst him down. Flap goes in with the falling star moon, but the Crimson Beacon too as a response.
Flap?
They want to apply a bit more crowd
God.
control, and now he's slowly being shredded down!
Wait.
Kyle enters from the sides, but he doesn't seem to land the damage onto anyone in Sanji! Just needs one more
Marco.
hit! It's a flicker from him to finish off the kill on Kyle! But Marco going in, this might just be the turnaround. Buoyant stays alive for too long, but not until the damage from Falcons PH arrive.
Both Falcons want to go toe-to-toe, head-to-head, fighting fire with fire. BH now crumbling down to 1.7k, and you see again in the skirmish,
Yeah.
Falcons Mena really utilizing that man advantage for a while. Thank God for Haji getting that angle to go for the pin on Sano, because if not, it would have been a bad fight for Falcons PH to take. Marco was just way too late in the skirmish. Again, Selena, Valentina, it just seems like it's Haji who's holding down Fort.
Yeah, it looked like a really good entry from Kyle too, but the fact that the damage didn't really land onto anyone was
Now
just
they
so
stand on top.
unfortunate. Okay, it's different this time, yes. So they might have a bit more advantage. Oh, Falcons PH though, they go in for the engage. Sanji already very low, but the layer of the dragon!
Wait.
They find Haji! SOD does not connect! Sano might have to commit to the push. He will as the team fight still continues to break out, and Kyle will secure the objective for Falcons PH!
It was a 4v5. Falcons Mena held them down for so long, but in the end, it's Flap with a triple. But a base turret up top might be taken by Sano. The rest of the team want to punish this. Sano, I don't think you have the minions, buddy.
Oh, he just wanted the turret, but now he might have to go down to no SOD available. And the kill goes over to Super Marco.
What a crazy sequence of events. They tried to go for the 4v5. Initially, it looked good. They got the pick off on Haji. But they really used everything for it. Even the heavy spin that was supposed to win them out the red tree battles. Again with Kyle, able to stitch out that damage together with the red tree, chaining it. Securing the neutral objective, Sano. I really feel like that was already good. The fact that they were able to get a tier 2, but they wanted more. And in the end, now they might lose a base turret because of it.
Yeah, they desperately wanted that because they lost on the objective fight. They wanted something, but now it's Falcons who is trying to set up something with the AOG troll. Finding a target!
Whoa.
He finds Kyle! Falcons gonna take down one crucial member. The damage seems to be enough. Blazing do it though as a response from Super Marco. They might
God,
want
troll.
to calculate it a bit. There's the knock-up on Super Marco. No kick available. The falling star move from Flap. He's starting to become a massive threat. But Troll is yet to fall. Sanji is still alive too. Falcons Mena, none of them are going down.
Marco gets a Melfic gun. He's so confident.
They are setting the tempo all over again for this upcoming Lord fight.
Sano's in the bottom lane. This is going to be this looks great. Oh, Marco low though.
Oh, Boyet, they don't want him to get near. But Boyet's trying his best. Heavy spin, 2 heavy spins. SOD could have made it. Haji goes down though. Falcons PH do get the objective, but Falcons Mena now will fight. AOG from Ogwen, that might just happen. The means to stop Falcons Mena. Super Marco landing the free hits. He finds a double on both Sanji and Boyet. It looked too good for Falcons Mena. But the AOG and now Sano. Can he get away from this? He's still trying to survive, but Kyle will find Troll.
Mr. Bulletproof in your team. It's just ridiculous. Now, Falcons PH, you're going to be looking for the throw.
Okay, that's amazing. Bullet from Super Marco. Just blasting Sano, and that's one of the most important members you have on your side of your team, Falcons Mena. It just seems like such a big difference. It's the sides that you're seeing from Falcons PH really making work. Falcons Mena, they had so much promise in the early part of their mid, but now it's Kyle on a killing spree against Sanji. Boyet catches multiple members.
It's over.
But what can they do? Cuffin flickers out. The Lord is still up, and Troll goes down next. It's a triple